Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. I, Dr. Mamta, Assistant Professor in Management from Mary College of Engineering and Technology. So, today we are going to discuss a topic that affect our daily life more than we realize, a topic that influence what we buy, what we trust, and sometimes even how we feel. And the topic is the power of brand. Now, before I begin, let me ask you one simple question. When I say the word phone, what brands come to your mind first? So, of you might say Apple, some might say Samsung, some might say OnePlus, some might say Vivo, Oppo or Redmi. Now, here is the interesting part. All phone can call, all phone can run apps, all phone have cameras, all phone can connect to the internet. But still, we prefer one over another. Why? That is the power of brand. A brand is not only about the product, it is about what the product means to us. It is about the trust we feel. It is about the emotion we attach. It is about the confidence we gain when we choose something well known. So today we will understand what is a brand, why brand matter, the characteristics and level of brands, the path of brand preference, and finally how strong brands are built successfully. Let's begin one by one. What is a brand? First, let us understand what is brand. Many people think a brand is just a logo, a tagline, a symbol, a name, packaging, or a color theme. But honestly, a brand is far more than that. A brand is actually the perception of a product or service in the mind of customer. Let me repeat that clearly. A brand is not what you say it is. A brand is what customer believe it is. So, a brand is a way to differentiate a company's products and services from competitors, because in the market there are many similar products. For examples, many soaps, many laptops, many shoes, many restaurants, many coaching institutes, many online shopping apps. So how does a customer decide? The customer decides based on trust, experience, emotional connection, and the promise of value. And this promise is called brand promise. A brand is nothing more or nothing less than the promise of value that you or your product makes. Now think about it. What you buy a product from a known brand, you feel secure, you feel confident because you believe this company will not disappointed me. And that is actually why brands are so powerful. A famous line about brand, there is a very meaningful statement. It is not factory that make profits, but relationship with customers, and it is company and brand names which secure those relationships. This is very true. Factories produce goods, machine produce products, but profit comes only when customer buy repeatedly. And repeat purchase happens when customer trust, and trust happens when a brand delivers consistently. So in modern businesses, relationships matter more than machinery. So now we understand the brand definition. Now let us understand the successful definition of a successful brand. A successful brand, an identifiable product, service, person or place that buyer perceive as having relevant unique added value, matching their needs, sustained successfully against competition. Now, this definition has three powerful points. First is identifiable. People can recognize it easily. For example, when you see a tick mark, you know it is Nike. When you know a bitten apple, you know it is Apple. When you see the red and white Amul girl, you know it is Amul. Recognition matter because customers are surrounded by thousands of choices every day. Brands help customers reduce confusion. Second point is unique added value. This is the heart of branding. A successful brand offers something special. It may be better quality, better services, better design, better emotional value, better experience, better reliability, or better status in society. For example, Apple offer a premium experience and status. Toyota offer reliability. Mercedes offers luxury. Patanjali offers natural and Indian positioning. This unique value becomes the reason people choose one brand over another. And the third point is sustained against competition. Now, this is extremely important. Many brands become famous for a short time, but only strong brands survive for years and decades because competition is always there and competitors are always trying to copy your features, reduce your market shares, attract your customers and offer lower prices. So, the brand must continuously maintain its image, performance and customer satisfaction. Now, tangible and intangible attributes of a brand. A brand is a mixture of tangible and intangible attributes. What is tangible means? Tangible means product quality, features, packaging, design, price, warranty, delivery speed, and intangible means trust, emotions, reputations, status, pride, customer experience, memories associated with the brand, and these intangible things are the real reason people become loyal. For example, two people may buy the same perfume, but one choose it because it smells good, while other chooses it because it reminds them of a special memory. That emotional connection is intangible but very powerful. Now we will understand about what is branding. As we understood that what is brand and now what is branding. Branding is the business's process of managing your brand identity, your trademark portfolio and your customer experience in such a way that the value of your brand increase over time. Branding is not a one-time activity. Branding is continuous. It is a process of creating, maintaining and improving brand value. Many people think branding is only about marketing, but branding is actually bigger than marketing. Branding is about how a company behaves, how it communicates, how it serves customers, how it delivers its promise. Brand gives many benefit to its shareholders. Branding benefit key shareholders such as employees, customers, stakeholders or shareholders, suppliers, society and community. Branding is relationship building not only with customers but also with employees, investors, suppliers, society, because today a brand is not only judged by what it sells, it is also judged by how it behaves, how it treats customers, how ethical it is, how socially responsible it is. That is why in modern marketing we often say a brand is a reputation. So now we will understand four level of brand that is very important part of today topic. So, this model show you a product or services can be augmented to provide added value. According to this model, a brand has four levels. The first is generic, second is expected, third is augmented, fourth is potential. Let us understand each one clearly with examples. The first is generic level. This is the basic product. It is the core benefit. For example, a pen ride, a chair provides sitting, a phone makes calls, a hotel provides a room, a water bottle provides water. At this level, there is no branding advantage because all competitors offer the same. So, if a brand remain only at generic level, customer will buy only based on price. Second part is expected level. This include what customers normally expect. For example, in a hotel, customer expect clean bed, clean bathroom, basic room services, safety, polite staff. In a smartphone, customers expect good battery, good camera, smooth performance, warranty, good customer support. At this level, the customer is not impressed. They are simply satisfied. But satisfaction is not enough to build strong loyalty. Now, the third part is augmented level. We come to the exciting part. This is where a brand add extra feature and extra value. For example, a hotel may offer free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, gym and spa, airport pickup, personalized services, room upgrades for regular customers. A smartphone brand may offer fast charging, premium design, AI camera features, free cloud storage, exclusive customer services, exchange offers, and loyalty benefit. This is where brands begin to differentiate. This is where customer begin to prefer. Next part is potential level. This is the future. This include the potential to innovate and deliver more. This level is about brand evolution, future improvements, new experiences, technology upgrades, better customer engagement. Strong brand always think at the potential level because the market is changing. Customer expectations are changing. So, a brand must keep growing. Now, we will discuss how to build a strong brand awareness. This is the major point of today's topic, building strong brand awareness. What does it mean? It means how well customer recognize and recall a brand. Now, brand awareness is very important, but here is a powerful truth. High brand awareness without understanding what sets you apart from competition does you virtually no good. If people know your brand name but they don't know why they should choose you, then awareness is not enough. For example, many people know local brands, but they still choose established brand because awareness must be supported by trust, differentiation, quality, and customer satisfaction. So, awareness is the first step, but not the final goal. Now, we will discuss path to brand preference. Now, let us discuss one by one these concepts of branding. Path to brand preference. There are three stages of brand development. The first stage is brand awareness, second is strategic awareness, third is brand preference. Let us understand each stage is brand awareness. This is the first stage. Consumer know your brand exists. They can recognize it. They may have seen it in advertisements and stores. But at this stage, they may not choose it. They may just know the name. Second is strategy awareness. This is the second stage. Here, consumers not only recognize your brand, they also understand your distinctive qualities. This requires clear communication of your USP. USP is unique selling proposition. Your USP tells your target market what you do, what you stand for, and how you are different from competitors. This is extremely important because if your USP is unclear, customers will not remember you. And if customers cannot remember you clearly, they will not prefer you. The third point is brand preference. Now comes to the most powerful stage, brand preference. Brand preference is called the holy grail of branding because at this stage, customers know your brand, understand what makes it unique, connect emotionally with it, and choose it over competitors. And this is where profit grow. This is where loyalty develops. This is where customer pay premium prices. Brand preference means the customer says, I don't want any another brand. I want this one. So now we will discuss why brand matter. Brand matter because they build loyalty, they create trust, they reduce customer risk, they create emotional connection, they help customers make quick decisions, and most importantly, strong brand allow company to charge premium prices. For example, you can buy a normal coffee for rupees 20 only, but Starbucks coffee may cost rupees 250 or rupees 300. Why? Not because the coffee is 10 times better, but because the brand experience is different. The brand image is strong. The lifestyle positioning is strong. Customer pay for ambience, social status, experience, consistency, and the feeling of the brand. That is the power of brand equity. Brand reduce customer risk. Another reason brands matter is that they reduce customer risk. When you buy a new product, you always have some fear. Will it work? Will it be worth the money? Will it last long? Will it disappoint me? A strong brand reduces this fear because the customer believes this brand is reliable. That reliability becomes a huge advantage in the market. So now let us come the key branding principle for successful brand. Let us discuss some key branding principles. How to build a strong brand which is require more than visual identity. It demands strategy differentiation, consistent value delivery, authentic stakeholders engagement. Branding is not only the advertising. This is very important statement. You cannot build a strong brand solely through advertising. Advertising can create awareness, but it cannot create loyalty alone. Loyalty comes from experience. If the customer experience is poor, even the best advertisement will fail. That is why we often say marketing attracts customer, but branding keeps them. Branding is more than a logo. Branding is also more than a color scheme, a catchy tagline. These are tactical tools. Yes, they are important, but they are not the complete branding. Strong brand prosper through differentiation, customer relationship, consistent value delivery, and trust building. The role of consistency in brand success. One of the most strongest pillar of branding is consistency. A strong brand delivers the same promise again and again. For example, McDonald's deliver the same taste and experience across the locations. Amazon deliver reliability in delivery and service. Coca-Cola delivers the same emotional feeling of happiness and refreshment across decades. Consistency builds trust, and trust builds loyalty, and loyalty builds long-term profitability. Brand create emotional connection. Another important principle is emotional connection. Customers do not always buy logically. Many times, customer buy emotionally. For example, people buy luxury cars not only for transport but for status. People buy branded clothes not only for comfort but for confidence. People buy certain shoes not only for walking but for identity. Brand becomes symbols, brand become part of customers' personality. That is why strong brands are not just products, they become part of life. The role of storytelling in branding. In modern branding, storytelling has become very important. Customers do not connect with products. Customer connects with stories. For example, Nike story is about motivation. Just do it. Apple story is about creativity and innovation. Think different. Amul story is about trust and Indian values. Tata story is about ethics and reliability. A strong story gives customers a reason to believe in the brand. Brands and global success. Now, let us connect branding with global market success. Strong brands achieve global success because they create universal trust, they maintain consistent quality, they adapt to local cultures while keeping core identity. They build long term customer relationships. For example, McDonald's is a global brand, but it adapts its menu according to local taste. Coca-Cola is a global, but its emotional positioning remain the same everywhere. Samsung is global, but it continuously innovate to stay relevant. This balance between global consistency and local adaptation is what makes brand powerful worldwide. Now, I would like to conclude a brand is much more than a product or a logo. It is a powerful strategic asset. A brand shapes customer perceptions, it builds trust, it creates long-term value. Strong brands differentiate themselves from their competitors, build customer loyalty, command premium prices, and achieve sustainable global success. In today's competitive and globalized environment, organizations that invest in strategy branding are better prepared to survive, grow, and lead. So, always remember, a product can be copied, a feature can be copied, a price can be matched, but a strong brand, a strong relationship, and a strong connection cannot be copied easily. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this session and learned something valuable. Thank you again.